reminding me. I'm going to go ahead. Yes, Karen. It's always fun when you're on here with us. Because there's always something coming up. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And we have a special guest here, Miss Karen Rainey, the few National President. That's our theme music. We just normally move a little bit because we are the eye of the tiger, affordable benefit solutions, and with the federally employed business. Rolling, so we're going to jump on into it. This is Financial Fed Fridays, everyone. Welcome. This is a webinar we do every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Thank you for meeting us here. And we're broadcasting simultaneously on Facebook. Yay! So welcome, Facebook. And what we do here on Fed Fridays is we pull back the curtain so that you can get an in-depth understanding of not only your federally employed benefits, but also the best retirement investment options. You can register at www.read2berollingevents.com. And of course, head over to Facebook right now, like us and follow us at Your AB Solutions.
Yes.
So let's
do it now.
Do it now. Good morning. Yes, Tawana. Good morning. And we have some great information we want to share with you that Karen is going to impart. But of course, for those of you that are new joining us, the whole purpose of Financial Fed Fridays is just to help you understand your benefits, your money, your spending habits, your personality financial habits, and then to support and offer solutions that will enable you to reach your financial destination. And as I said, I'm Darlene Jenkins, my partner back there, my co-host, Dr. Rita Bailey Rowland. So thank you for meeting us here again today. Now, the information that we generally present on here is going to be very generic in scope because we don't know everyone's individual situation, so we can't customize it. But guess what? If you contact us, anything that we're going over right now, we can make it fit you. So thank you so much for understanding. This month, our theme is retirement readiness for July, putting together the pieces. But we're going to deviate from our normally scheduled program because we're broadcasting live here from the Federally Employed Women's Conference. Yes. And we have some excited people here. Yes. We have guests. We have the President, Madam Karen Rainey. We have class participants here. We have Michelle and we have Pamela, which we're going to get to them. But I want to ask Madam President Karen Rainey, this has been the milestone year for federally employed women. Few. I'm going to say few, okay?
Yes.
That's a mouthful. So tell our audience that may not be familiar with few, what is few? What is the purpose of few? And why should they join? This is well, let you go ahead, Karen.
Okay, so this is an organization that is impacting the world. We have legends a part of our organization. What we do is we're an organization that's within our government agencies, all of them, and we promote leadership development. What we do best is build leaders, strategic leaders, and we provide the information you need so that you can assist your family, your government, as well as your house. We impact the world with the things that we do. It's all about making sure that we create well-rounded people who have all aspects of their life on high cylinder. My vision for the organization is soaring to new heights. You know, where you are in status quo is one thing, but you need to take it up another level. And that's what we plan to do. And that's one of the things that we do is work for the advancement of women in the government. We were founded in 1968, and we based on Executive Order 11375 to address sex and gender discrimination. However, we have also added a whole other scope or line of training on our 4 focus areas, which are compliance, diversity, legislative, and training. We provide the insight and information to the total person. We are the premier organization for you to address your needs and to provide a seat at the table for women. We're so ready, we're so hyped, and we want you to join us.
Yes, absolutely.
Join us.
Absolutely.
And be a part of us.
Karen, you said something yesterday at the compliance luncheon that pertained to the women. The last part of your speech. Can you just impart that to our audience? Because I'm telling you, you is an organization that you want to know more about.
Yes.
If you, and we have some few participants that are on here.
Oh, yes, yes.
So if you,
Excited.
yeah, please share that information with them.
Okay, so some of the things that federally employed women have done in our long history of 50 years, we have just turned a half a century. Oh, yes. We're so excited about that. But some of the things that we have done is our second national president, Daisy Fields, has actually fought for the Equal Rights Amendment. We have sat before Congress. We have sat with presidents. We have also hosted a luncheon for the First Ladies of the United States of America. We have impact. We are a part of the Thrift Savings Board. We have a seat on that board. We are in partnership with other organizations like BIG, FAPAC, Image. Our coalitions are so strong, and what we do is we provide that information with our members so that we can impact the world and have a greater voice. We are the organization that speaks for the voiceless, providing a seat of leadership at the table for women.
Yes. Now, please, if you all have any questions, whether you're on Facebook or if you're live on here, this is the time. If you have questions about FEW, please ask this is the main person. Ask her while she's on here, because she has to get back. They're busy planning the agenda for this year, training. And if you are a woman or a man on here and you have a woman in your life, this is an organization you want to tell them about. If you believe in diversity, inclusion, upward mobility, this is something you want to be a part of. And women, I know Rita and I, we're here providing you with financial information, but you also have to get career information and come and joining different affinity organizations such as FEW, such as Blacks in Government BIG. This is where you're going to get the training for your career. So you have to develop your career by coming to these organizations, being a part of it. They're making history. They've gotten a lot of changes, things that we take advantage of right now, such as diversity in the workplace, not being discriminated against in the workplace, but we're still fighting. We're still there. It's, covert and overt. And so we need, it takes numbers to do anything. A. Philip Randolph said at the banquet table of life, there are no reserved seats. You have to get what you can take, and you can only take what you can keep. But you can't take anything without organization. And this is a great organization to be a part of. Thank you so much, Karen, for joining us this morning. And would you come back again once we know? Have you all decided where you're going to be next year?
I'll be the first to announce that next year we'll be in Philadelphia. Join us.
Yes, Philadelphia, and their conference is always in July, so start planning.
Third week in July.
Contact your training manager, put it on your calendar right now.
Yes.
So you want to be here. This is something you don't want to miss.
It is.
Thank you so much.
We're soaring to new heights. We want to see you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Righty. All right, so thank you. That was so great to have Karen to come by and share with us. But now that was the president. Rita and I, we were here because we were trainers. We had a lot of classes here, and we want to just bring in some participants. Rita, you want to tell them about the classes that we taught here?
Sure, we taught a few. The first one was credit and debt for financial.
Credit and debt management for financial freedom.
Yes, and that's just basically helping us to be able to reach our financial destination and making sure that we have things like credit and debt that it actually is like a barricade in the road for us to get to where we need to go. So that class was all about helping us to be able to put our spending, our budgeting, our credit and debt in alignment so we can then use those savings and that money to help us to invest and to become financially free and be able to retire and not have to be on a fixed income. It's a fixed income that's sufficient for your lifestyle. That was one class. The other class was
Planning your retirement.
Yes, planning your retirement. That was a class, just basically what it said, helping you to plan, but not from a date perspective, from a holistic perspective. Meaning, it's like when you get married on this day, but there's a lot of planning prior for that 4 or 5 hour wedding. You go through months, maybe a year or two, in planning to get to that day. But the real work doesn't begin until after you're married. Planning your retirement is just like that. You plan at work for a day. What we help you do is to do the planning before, and so that when you leave that day, your life after would never be the same because you plan for it.
Absolutely. And then the other class that we taught was legacy planning, bridging the gap. I taught that class.
It's Friday, y'all. We just a little sleepy. You know
yes. So that class is legacy planning, bridging the gap. And in that class, I taught on that legacy. When we normally think about legacy, we think about, what someone is going to leave me. But in the class, I brought out that legacy is more than money. It's comprised of 4 pillars. Not just your money is one of them, but it's also your values and lessons. Your values and lessons, personal possessions, and beliefs. Those are all things that we pass on with legacy. And this is so important because you all, although we teach here at these conferences, Rita and I, we're going to be doing a live Fed Friday event. And so we wanted to give you just a little sneak preview, and we have some class participants here that are going to tell you all about our class and what they glean from them.
I'm going to move out the way.
So first, who wants to go first? Pamela. We'll have Pamela come on up. And Pamela, say good morning to our audience. Good morning, everyone. And what class did you attend, Pamela?
I took the debt and credit.
Yeah, you have to talk a little louder. So Pamela was in the credit and debt management for financial freedom. And from taking the class, Pamela, can you tell our audience just a little bit about what touched you?
Well, of course, I thought I knew everything. So,
well, we appreciate that transparency and honesty. We appreciate that.
But I learned something new about the multiple strains of income you could possibly have in your retirement. I'm very inspired. I'm so inspired about what I learned that I'm going to go back and have my consultation so I can see how I can get my financial freedom in my retirement.
Well, great. Well, we are happy to hear that you were inspired, because that's what Rita and I, that's why we're doing what we're doing, talking to people, educating them, because we want to inspire you to not just be inspired, but to make the change, to put action behind that inspiration. So thank you. I know that really keeps us going. That gives us, you all give us our energy to keep going, because without your feedback, we don't know if we're being effective or not. So that helps us to keep going. Thank you. So Pam, you hear Pamela said she's contacting us. You can contact us also. All of the information that we go over, as we say every week, we can individualize it for you. And so Pamela is going to take advantage of that. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. So we're just going to take a really quick pause, and then we're going to come back with another participant. All right, so now we have Miss Michelle. And see, this class was a phenomenal class, and we've gone over some of this information with you all. Can you make the video larger? Okay, Jeannie, I'm gonna stop sharing then. Yes, I will. No, So here we are, so that you can see everyone. I'm going to, the special guest has to be seen. So I'm going to move this out the way, Michelle. Michelle was also in Rita's class on credit and debt for financial freedom. And everyone, when you come to this, I'm going to move a little closer. So everyone, when you come to the class, everyone gets something different from it. So Michelle, can you let our audience know, what did you get out of the credit and debt management for financial freedom class?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say it was very sobering. I realized that as much as I thought I knew. I don't know too much of anything other than I'm spending money that I don't have. And that was frightening to me because I'm near the end of my work life. I want to expire my debt so I can retire and be free mentally and emotionally, untied to all the things that I have so I can live a life. So I've already committed and reached out to Miss Rita to have an appointment so I can start figuring out how to give more to myself and give less to my creditors, the people that I owe. So that's what I learned.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for getting up. See, our classes, they got up. This was so important and touched them that they took their time to get up, to come on live with us, to bring this information to you. Wait a minute, Michelle. Somebody may have something that they want to. She said, amen, sister. Yes. And see, this is so important when you, who is that? Jeannie. That's right, Jeannie. So when we go over this information in the classes, both of our participants, Michelle and Pamela, we often have a mindset, oh, well, I know what I'm doing. But when you come and sit down and hear the information that we can impart to you, you may find that, oh, there is another way, something else that I can do to expire that debt. As you said. So thank you so much. We're going to have to start using that. Expire that debt.
As long as you give me credit for it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Michelle. We will do that. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. You also. This has been a phenomenal conference, you all. A phenomenal conference.
She knows I got a big face, so she knows she got to.
So I'm going to share. I'm going to share the screen again because we do have some information. Y'all know how this goes. So this is we got 2 more testimonials. They couldn't be here, but these are people also from the conference that participated in.
Everyone, this is Darlene Jenkins reporting live from the Federally Employed Women's Conference 50-year anniversary, and we have a class participant, Miss Larissa Simmons, who sat in our legacy planning class. Larissa, can you tell us a little bit about the class and what you gleaned from it?
Yes, one of the things that I learned from being in your class was that I was constantly told, you need to get a will, you need to get a will. Well, I got a will, only to find out from taking your class that my will wasn't enough. That if I truly wanted to leave a legacy and truly wanted things defined, if something were to ever happen to myself, that I needed more tools to give to my family and friends so they would know what my wishes were in case there was a chance that I wouldn't be able to speak for myself. And so having to take your course was absolutely phenomenal, very intriguing, as well as extremely informational on the things that I need to do for the future for not only myself, my family as well. And I really appreciate you and as well as your partner for the knowledge that you shared with us.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Larissa. Everyone, you heard it right here, the legacy planning, bridging the gap from her lips to your ears. Thank you so much, Larissa.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
Hi, you all. This is Darlene. I found 2 more of our conference participants who are also faithful Financial Fair Friday listeners. I have here Miss Jerry, who's on every Friday, as well as Kelly. Thank you, ladies, for joining us every Friday. Can you tell our audience a little bit about Fair Friday, what you've gotten from it, and if they should tune in to listen as well?
Red Friday is always quick, informative, and you get a lot of helpful information. So I always tune in, and you should too.
I also watch every Friday. I've gained a lot of financial information from the Fed Friday, a lot of things. That I was not aware of that I should be doing, that I'm working on doing. thanks to Fed Friday, and I recommend it to everyone because we all need to be financially aware.
All right, thank you so much, ladies. You heard it here. These are two Fed Friday participants that are on. They're getting information, so we look forward to you joining us on the broadcast. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
So that was just two of our participants here. And we just really wanted to recap what was going on here at the FEW conference. Just coming here, Rita and I learned so many things about the advancements that FEW has helped push forward towards making the workplace more gender neutral for us females, to make it possible for us to excel and elevate in our working environment.
I think I was so surprised because we do a lot of work with the unions. As you know, over the years, we work with unions. And we work with FEW, we work with BIG. But it wasn't until this conference that I realized how much FEW has done for women. And so many of us take for granted, because when we get there, somebody has already paved the way for you to be where you are. This conference let me know what women have done, so that my mother, who worked for the government, my sister, my family, my friends, I saw how much somebody else sacrificed, did some serious work so you can have the privilege today. So for me, it's like you want to be a part of anything because they paved the way for you. Your dues and what you do, your hands will pave the way for your children and your grandkids. Somebody has to do it. And that's what I got from this. Like, listening to that, I was so inspired that somebody cared enough about me as a woman to do some work for it. And we think just because they do with the government, they do stuff for everybody. It's a whole.
Everyone. And this organization is not just a federal government agency. If you're out there, if you work for a municipality, state government, please look them up. I'm going to put their information up as well. And the membership for FEW is only $45 for the year. $45 for the year. Now, next month, we're also going to be attending the Blacks in Government Conference, or BIG. Their conference is going to be held in New Orleans. We want to bring you information on these affinity groups, because this is very important in helping meet your training that you need to get the education that you need so that you can advance in your job. There may be different subjects you want to learn about. When you come to BIG next month, because FEW is over, if you can still come, it's not too late. They have money at the end of the budget that they are going to need to get rid of. So if you're out there, please ask. Just keep putting in that request. Keep putting in the request, because Blacks in Government is another phenomenal organization. And please don't let the name Blacks in the title deter you from joining if you're not Black. This is a multicultural organization, but it was originally founded to help Blacks in government with advancement due to discrimination that was in place during the time when this organization was created. They're going to be in New Orleans August 13th through 16th. Rita and I, we're going to be there as well as trainers. And Javon Jackson.
Javon Jackson.
Mrs. Javon Jackson. And Robert Bailey, our office.
Smith from Texas.
So our whole team is going to be in New Orleans helping to train the participants there. So that's all we have. I want to put the contact information up for both FEW and for BIG so that you can check these organizations out. Rita, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I think it's been a really great conference. Darlene and I have had a really good time. It's just been good. And, for me, it's been able to pour into the people what I've learned about finances, what I've learned in my own personal experiences. I told all of my business, but I want, if my life can help change somebody else's, Darlene, is more important, because I've had some credit issues, some debt issues. And so being able to help people come to me and say, I can be touched, I'm in that same place, lets us know that we're not in anything alone. Somebody else is at the same place. So I'm just excited to know that we can help people from a holistic approach, not from a product approach.
Yes, absolutely. And for those that are on the phone, I apologize. It's Federally Employed Women, and their website is www.feww.org. and Blacks in Government, or BIG. Their website is www.b as in boy, I-G, N as in Nancy, E-T.org. BigNet.org. That's the BIG website. So that's it for us. As we always say, planning is just bringing the future into the present so that you can do something about it now. Get the training you need now. So this is our contact information. Reach out to Rita and I, 301-577-6340. Of course, you can always go to our website, www.yourabsolutionsinc.com. And of course, go to Facebook, like us and follow us there at Your AB Solutions. We appreciate you so much. So, hey, let us help you chart your course. This has been great talking with you all today. We appreciate you coming and meeting us here every Friday morning at 10 a.m. And we will resume our regularly scheduled program next week as we continue to put together the pieces for your retirement. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please type it in now. Otherwise, we will look forward to seeing you next week at 10 a.m. on the broadcast. And when you come, don't just bring one, bring three. Send out that Facebook information.
I got 3 fingers up. It's the short picture.
So, thank you. Thank you so much.
Live from Hotlanta.
Live from Hotlanta.
I'm done.
I'm done too.
Have
Bye,
a great
Facebook.
weekend.
Everyone have a great weekend.